Sorry about that. Sorry, my computer needed some updates and I had to reboot and reload. Things were acting really funky there. Yeah, so let's get started here. Nope. It's so weird. That pen is just programmed to Photoshop, so it doesn't want to go over there and click this. All right. I'm not even sure which pen I have. Sorry, I just got to get back into this whole drawing stuff. There we go, a little lighter. It's not really an action pose. It's kind of flat, but that is what it is. Take me a little while to warm up here. Still draw my little shapes. Try to focus on just my shapes moving in space like cylinders and whoa, that one went fast. Oh, because I was messing around. I wonder if I skip back, if it'll show me. Oh, it always does the reverse when you bring it back, which is really weird because, yeah, that's not computing. No compute, no compute. So I wonder if I go forward and back again, if it'll. I was hoping I could cheat that one. It didn't work though. There's a little bit more action. Start to get a little bit more line weight in these actions. Force myself to use more line weight. Add some more dynamic to the sketch. I think with Figurosity, the software that I'm working with, sorry, I'm totally having a brain fart where I was going with that, but it's nice to see, pause this, sorry. Nice to see the muscles. If you go into, oh, I didn't want to use the eyedropper. I find that the zoom tools sometimes a little bit clumsy and slow, but that could be due to my RAM. And as I go, I just shrink down all my little drawings and then just shove them in here. When I get into longer poses and when I'm drawing, I just kind of observe what's going on with the figure itself, maybe pay attention to some of the landmarks of where it helps with volumes. How do I explain that? Just where things are lying in space, and you get the landmarks of certain musculature, and that just help identify where you are, and can definitely help the dynamics and also drawings, if that makes any sense. I'm having trouble talking and drawing at the same time. It is what it is. Just here to have fun, relax. Oh, that was a quick one. You get into the weight and stuff, it feels pretty good. So I find sometimes I'm just so focused on hammering at a line that I don't even focus on the weight. This dude's wielding some sort of wizard staff. I just got into using Figurosity probably just over a year ago, just to focus on anatomy and to help me out with perspective and stuff as well. There was another program that I was using too. I can't remember the name of it, but it helped with characters. You can set your figures in space, and it has a perspective grid. What is the name of that? Somebody else was talking about that program just recently. And you can manipulate your characters in space to set them up for scenes if you're having troubles with just the the general layout of, say, a page or a panel. And I don't really like that pose, so I'm going to skip by it. Yeah, sure. High angle. I don't want to go into my other little drawings there, so I'll stay clear of them. Even though it'd be nice just to marker where I'm going. I think that's probably one of the best things to do is observe your shapes and where your shapes are in space, break them down into volumes. And look at, is this, cylinder moving away from me? Is it moving towards me? And how do you showcase that while you're drawing as well? It can just help with the push and pull of your drawings. I was doing also studies as well where I was kind of hitting it more in a painterly approach, and that's nice. I enjoy doing more of a painterly approach too. People talk about the boxes and putting them in perspective and figuring out where your boxes are, so that would be slightly above. Because I could draw right directly on this. My boxes are really rough, but this kind of gives you a general sense of what I'm doing with the boxes. I tend to go with rounder shapes. Knock in the chest or the rib cage area. Tend to make the bowl. And then just work on landmarks. And probably slip another one right in here. Another high angle view. She's kind of looking up. It's nice because a lot of these these poses are challenging when you're going for the extreme, the high angle shots. A lot of these shots and stuff like that will be using a lot of these kind of extreme shots in your drawings. There's tends to be more of a typical look, but this one's not too bad. I am exaggerating it as well, so time to shrink it down. Oh, doing something funky here. All right, that works. It was the magic wand selection, but it went to the other tool. My selection. I'm going to zoom in. But for a long drawing session or a long warm-up session, I'll do this for about 40 minutes or so, half hour, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what else I'm doing. It's funny how I could use my mouse to skip over here, but I'm just having fun. Oh, I'm off the page. Off the page. That's all right. Somebody that's like injured. They just got, shot in the abdomen. Now this is a pose. This is kind of more action orientated. And then also twisting of the pelvis. There's actually a lot of action in this, which is pretty sweet. This is what we like. Legs moving away from you. This leg's moving, kind of down and towards you. I like to draw my feet a certain way. Like I find too now that I'm becoming a little bit more accustomed to drawing figures and stuff, I have a tendency now to start importing a little bit of stylistic approach to the drawings themselves. These are only 1 minute poses. They're not very long. I just want to force myself to not overthink what I'm doing. Just kind of go into it. Just have fun. All right. Get my mouse to my pen. What is going on here? Oh, we didn't. No, yeah, that's exactly what I did. Didn't Control D enough to. I'm really zoomed in. You can see the foreshortening too on, the arm up here, like how foreshortened it is. Even with the abdomen, pelvis, and everything else, everything is nice and foreshortened. The legs are, a little bit shorter based on their foreshortening. Like look at the calf and even the foot, like how foreshortened it is. It's pretty awesome. And then you get the hand. You can, if you're doing like comic book pose, you could really make that hand look, make it look bigger, a little bit more pronounced, like it's coming at you. So nope, I didn't even hit start. I'm like, what's going on here? I should have been kicked out of this one already. Well, that's what it is. Let's just skip to the next one and we'll hit play. Gotta love these high angle shots. This would kind of be like, somebody standing on top of a building, looking down, getting ready to kick some ass down below. Once again, you got some extreme foreshortening right here. And this arm's definitely coming towards you. This one is actually, the elbow's more towards you, and this one, the arm's moving away from you. The cylinder's moving away from you. Head's a little bit big, but that's all right. I have a tendency to draw my melons a little bit more melon-like. Extra big and extra juicy melon. Melon head. Melon head. All right. Great action shot. Think of the torso almost like a sandbag. Where, you do have the upper part of the hips coming at you, but then the lower part of the butt tends to move away from you. Like this leg is moving in, but this buttocks is coming out, but yet the leg is moving in, and you have this guy coming back at you. So, some interesting things about the dynamics of this pose. And then this arm basically is firing back at you, getting into the wrist, and then these guys are heading away from you. Somebody being, protecting themselves from something. Waking up from a cocoon. I'm definitely almost at the warm-up point where I'm warm enough now to just start working on some page art and that. Just helps get me ready. I actually haven't done very much warm-up stuff lately. But this is definitely nice. leg comes towards you. This leg is still coming towards you, but not as extreme as the leg in the front. And, this leg is obviously heading backwards. Those are some choppy lines. You have your shoulder, your foreshorten on your bicep and stuff coming towards you. Oh, that seemed quick, but it was probably just me messing around with the pose a little too much. And you get that nice, like, people really accentuate the tilt of the pelvis and the dynamics of that tilt. You know, you can see it like the power pose, you know, dude's chest's all puffed out. And, you know, you are looking from a little bit more of a high angle as well. So, you know, just get your forearms in there. Everything's going down. You could also do that, you know, that lunge leg forward to force that chest forward and create that drive, that push forward. This is a good pose, you know, where you get the basically like the top of the pelvis and everything is moving in a couple different directions. My wife just sent me a picture of the dog, like full spread eagle on the couch. This leg moving towards you. And this one moving down and away. And your head being forward, pushing towards you. This arm basically moving away from you. And then once again coming back. The shoulder foreshortened down and away and towards. It might not even be forward enough. This is good too because you have that pelvis which is closest to you, and then you're moving away. You know, you have that sandbag that's moving away. You know, indicate your shoulder, accentuate that pelvis, then launch this guy, this forward leg, and then you can really push or drive that leg back. And this one is moving away from you a little bit, not overly, and then same with this. It is moving away from you, but once again, not extremely. And this is almost like driving towards you, down and towards. Yeah, that pretty much concludes my warm-up for today. I don't know how many drawings I did, but probably close to 30, give or take, based on the time. They're 1 minute poses. There's a little pause in between, 25 poses, maybe 20. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. And just as a note, be sure to check out the Fatal Charades, which is running on Kickstarter currently. And yeah, let's finish off by playing the video. And thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so be sure to head over to Kickstarter and support the Fatal Charades by creators Bob Little and Daryl Swatsky. Thank you for your time and have a great day.